We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it. Set, ready. Now the wolf. 50.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
That's fast. Right.
Kill.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be upended at the... ...28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Amos on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Crunch time, defense.
First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Jordan Reed has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now it's Haskins looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. As they keep this drive rolling, it's another 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told them before on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ryan Kerrigan with a sack, the former 1st-round pick in 2017. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The kick by Tavecchio is good. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's got Lockett. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Here we go.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And some room to maneuver. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now Haskins. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins caught left side by Hilton. A gain there of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun. Rodgers. It fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Geis. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Anderson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's Haskins, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's going to let this one go deep. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 22, Haskins steps away to his left, and he slides to avoid the hit. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Haskins, and he's got his man Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Redskins, it's a...
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clipper D. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Big numbers, 100